Guys, welcome back. I hope you're all having a fabulous day and enjoying this beautiful sunshine that we're having at the moment. It finally feels like spring is properly here, so I'm in my absolute element. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my designer handbag collection, and this has probably been my most requested video recently over the past few months. So I decided to finally sit down and film it, and I'm going to be sharing with you every single designer bag in my collection. By saying that, it sounds like my collection is really big. It's actually moderate sized, and this is every single designer bag I've ever owned because I have actually never sold a designer handbag. When I make a purchase that is this large, I think so long and hard about it, and I absolutely have no regrets with any of these handbags. Each and every single one of these handbags took me a long time to really think whether I truly wanted it and whether I'd get a lot of use out of it, so each one has been a really great investment for me. So having said that, this is my designer bag collection that has taken me about 10 years to build up, so it's definitely not something that I've built up in an instant. I don't buy designer bags at the drop of a hat. I really do consider my purchases very carefully, and I like to invest in classic handbags that will remain in style for many, many years to come. So I still, of course, do have my very first designer bags because they're such classic shapes and styles, as you will see. A lot of these bags will now sadly be out of stock, but where possible I will leave the bags linked down below, or at least I'll leave the 2017 edition of that bag where they might have been updated. Another note that I feel comes with these designer bag videos is that I totally get that designer handbag videos are not everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I cannot afford a wardrobe full of designer things, and sometimes it makes me a little bit upset watching designer YouTube videos. So if you don't like designer videos, then maybe switch this one off because it's all about designer bags, hence the title. If affordable fashion is more your thing, then do not worry because I have tons of affordable fashion videos on my channel. I did a Zara haul recently, which, oh my god, has had like 120,000 views. That is crazy for my little old channel. So yeah, lots of affordable fashion videos as well. Check those all out. I'll leave my spring edit down below because there's loads of great videos there. So please do subscribe if you love fashion videos. I do lots of them, lookbooks, styling edits, trend videos, hauls, that kind of thing. So yeah, do give that little subscribe button a click if you love fashion videos, beauty, travel, etc. And before I ramble anymore, let's just get started with my designer handbag collection. Alright, so I'm going to kick things off with my oldest bag because I feel like if I start from oldest to newest, then you will probably see bags that you've not seen before on my channel. So the very first handbag that was ever invited into my collection is the Mulberry Bayswater. So for me, Mulberry has always been a very special brand. It was a brand that I aspired to work for when I was younger. I always wanted a Mulberry bag. It was really a brand very close to my heart. In fact, my first job in the fashion industry was working at Mulberry, but I actually got this bag before I worked there. This was actually a very generous present from an ex-boyfriend. He bought it for me when we went to Paris together when I think I was about 18 years old. I believe at the time this cost around £700. They are a lot more expensive now. I think at least £300 or £400 more expensive. In fact, I'm not even sure they make the classic Bayswater anymore. But this one I absolutely adore. It's in this beautiful light brown, almost caramel spongy leather with a rose gold Postman lock. This is the classic Mulberry Postman lock. It's a little bit scratched, and I did actually have to take this to the Mulberry store to get it repaired a few times because I did wear it every single day, filled it to the brim, and it certainly got a lot of use. I had to get the leather replaced down here, I had to get the lock replaced, and I had to get the handles replaced because they really did wear out and get terribly scratched. Luckily, I don't know if it's the same anymore, but luckily when I took this back to the Mulberry store in Covent Garden, despite the fact I bought it in Paris, they were really good at sending it to their rookery factory in Somerset to get a lot of the pieces replaced and repaired. So yeah, I'd say I use this as my everyday handbag for probably 2 or 3 years. I use this as my uni handbag. I carried my laptop in here, books, every single thing you can possibly imagine. So this certainly got a lot of use, and as it's my first designer bag, it'll always have a very special place in my heart and my wardrobe. My next designer bag was also from Mulberry. You'll notice a bit of a running theme for the first few designer bags. This is the Lily bag, and it is a very pale patent leather. I'll insert a close-up because you can't really see here, but this is actually quite badly marked. So here and here there are some darker patches, and this has stained the patent leather because actually when I was travelling back from a holiday once, I took this bag with me and I put it in my suitcase underneath a magazine, and because of the heat, The ink from the magazine sadly stained the bag, and I took it to lots of handbag repair places, but sadly nowhere could fix it, which is really gutting. The bag itself is still absolutely stunning. It's got this gorgeous rose gold pink chain strap. You've got this little toggle here, which actually usually has a little horseshoe in it, but I think that's inside the bag. Once again, the classic Mulberry rose gold Postman lock, and then inside you've got this suede material and a tampon. Okay, we'll just put that back and pretend that didn't happen. For me, this was a really great starting collection. I had the Bayswater for every day, and then this was my evening bag and my special occasion bag. Once again, for over 2 years, got so much use out of it. Okay, so for fear of being very repetitive, my third designer bag purchase, you guessed it, was also from Mulberry. Once again, I was really trying to make sure that every bag need was covered, and I wasn't buying loads of everyday bags or loads of evening bags. So my next bag purchase was this one, which is the Clipper hold all in a fluorescent pink. I got this from Selfridges at the end of my first year of uni, and it was in the sale. I think I paid around £450 for this. The leather on this handbag is that pebble leather, which is incredibly hard wearing. So despite the fact that I've used this probably at least 3 times a month, if not more, for weekends away or trips back to mum's house, it still is in great condition. Obviously it's a little bit battered, just from like being put on the floor, you know, it's a hold all, so naturally it gets chucked around, it gets put in overhead compartments, it gets kicked under the seat, but the leather itself looks absolutely beautiful still. It's got this heart label which came with it. Inside it's got the mulberry lining, really big and spacious, and this is probably one of the most used things in my entire wardrobe. I think you can also get this style, probably not this exact one, in Bicester Village, but they always go down in the sale, so definitely keep a lookout for Mulberry Clipper bags. Number 4, and I promise you this is the last Mulberry bag in my collection, this is the Sesame bag. And yes, it's black. It's probably the only, bar one dress, black thing that I own in my entire wardrobe, but I really wanted a classic big bag. This one I actually did buy when I worked at Mulberry, so I got my 50% staff discount with this, which is very generous of them to give a staff discount that big, but also it still cost me £750, so still a very expensive bag to buy. This one has the updated Postman lock, so it still works in the same way as the Bayswater and the Lily. So it has the lock that goes into the flower and then you twist it, but because it was spring summer 12 they updated it with this floral design that year. It's got the scalloped edges, which once again is back in fashion this spring, so I'll definitely be bringing this one out again. The only problem I have with this bag is the strap. Because it's a huge bag, you're always very tempted to fill it with heavy things like laptops, books, makeup bags, etc. But the chain is a little bit uncomfortable to wear. You really do have to make sure you've got plenty of padding or fabric on your shoulder to protect your skin. So yeah, this, I think timing wise, this would probably have been my 3rd year of uni. But really I bought this at the end of the time that I worked at Mulberry as a bit of a treat to myself for working there. And every single bag in my collection, from the very first up to the most recent, always has a memory attached to it. I always tend to buy bags as a way of almost like congratulating myself if I worked really hard on something, or almost to mark the end of an era. So I'll try and tell you the memory behind each bag as I go along, but this one will always remind me of my time working at Mulberry, working really hard as an unpaid intern for about a year before finally getting a job there. But yeah, it always remind me of that first job in the fashion industry. So now there's a little bit of a transition because at this stage in my life I started blogging, so the next purchases, all of the next load of purchases were all inspired by bloggers. I think that definitely says something about how millennials shop for bags. We often discover designer bags through bloggers and through Instagram, and my next designer bag purchase was the Rebecca Minkoff marble tote bag. So this one was inspired by an American blogger called Jessie from The Darling Detail. And this was at the time when marble was at its absolute peak. Every single blogger was obsessed with marble. We all had to have a marble handbag. And this one was so dinky, crossbody, so perfect for those outfit photos, very Instagrammable. So I bought this one from America and I featured it in probably every single blog post for the entire of summer 2014, I think it was. So marble is obviously not quite as obsessed over right now, but we still absolutely love it, so I will be getting a lot more use out of this bag in summer. And now for the rest of this video, you guys are gonna have to play Spot the Difference, because I actually originally filmed this video a few days ago, and then when I went to edit it today, I realised realised that I'd accidentally deleted the intro. So this bit that you've just seen has all been refilmed, and the bit you're about to see I filmed a few days ago. So let's play Spot the Difference. I tried to do my hair and my makeup and my outfit the same, but there may be a few differences. So we're now going to skip back in time and you're going to see the rest of the video which I filmed a few days ago. Let's go. Of course, with its size, you can barely fit that much inside it. I think I used to just keep my Olympus pen, my mobile, my purse, and maybe some lipstick. That's about it. But it really did just go down a storm on Instagram. I bought this from Rebecca Minkoff website online after I spotted it on an American blogger called The Darling Detail, who I still love and follow. So thank you, Jessie. You inspired my first blogger designer handbag purchase. So this is where I might start to slightly lose track of the right order, but these have all been bought in the last year now, so we're getting to my recent purchases. You may remember seeing me wearing this a lot this time last year. It's very much a spring summer bag, so I'm really looking forward to wearing this one again. I absolutely adore this. It is a Valentino rock stud, and you've got this beautiful coral, orange, gorgeous like spring summery shade chevron print on it. I love that it's a little bit unusual. I was really torn between getting this and the blush coloured one, but I just loved how unusual and striking this one was. You've got the iconic rock studs going down the middle, and then inside the lining is this gorgeous bright orange. You've got a zippy pocket, and then two, my Myconian hotel. This is where we stayed on the Rimmel trip last year. That proves how long it's been since I wore this bag. So yeah, I got this from Selfridges. I did pay full price for this, and then 2 weeks later it went down in the sale, so I was very gutted to see that. I could have saved myself a couple £100, but I had worn it loads, so I wasn't too disappointed. So this, you'll start to see me wearing this again very soon now the weather is getting better, and it's just the most beautiful summer handbag. And with Valentinos, they don't really change their design that much. They change the leather pattern, but they haven't changed this design in so many years. So I'm really pleased that this is such a classic, and I will wear it for many years to come. I think the next bag that I bought was my Gucci Dionysus, but I'm not entirely sure. It could have been another one, but this was the first bag that I really revealed on YouTube. I did an unboxing video for this, which if you missed it and you'd like to see it, I'll leave it linked down below because I go into a lot of detail about the bag in that video. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. It is the Dionysus Blooms. It's got this gorgeous floral detail on it. This was another one that when I first got it was all over my Instagram. I definitely Instagram spammed this, but it's such a photogenic bag. It took me a long time to like this bag, and I know in the comments of the unboxing video a lot of people were like, oh, it's disgusting. I thought it was disgusting at first too, but it really grew on me and now I just love it. The Dionysus bags, they are still very much in fashion, and I think I'll probably wear this a lot more again in autumn, but I feel like I do want to wear the Valentino more in the spring summer months. This next one is a bit of a momentous occasion in my blogging career because it's actually the first designer bag that I was gifted for free from a designer. How ridiculous is that? And it is the Bulgari Serpentine Forever bag. I know a lot of bloggers were also gifted this bag, or not a lot, a few bloggers were also gifted this bag, and I felt incredibly lucky to be one of the chosen few. This bag is inspired by jewellery. Bulgari is a jewellery brand, and you really do feel like you are wearing an exquisite piece of fine jewellery when you are wearing this bag. It's just so beautiful, so intricate, and you've got this gorgeous serpentine clasp on the front, which really is very much like the brand's jewellery. This is ironically also the most expensive bag in my collection. I think this retails for around the £2,500 mark. It is very luxurious. The craftsmanship in this bag is absolutely stunning. It's got so many beautiful details. You've got this snake strap. It's almost like a snake leather that the bag's actually made out of. It really is spectacular. I will continue to wear this for very special events, any weddings, christenings, things like that. When I have an incredibly special event, this is my go-to bag. Next up is another one which I get so much use out of, and it is my smaller Valentino rock stud. So this one was purchased with a voucher that I got from Farfetch. The voucher didn't cover the entire amount of the bag, but it did make it more affordable for me. I actually had this bag on my wish list for a long time after spotting it on Haute Couture's Instagram, and it was almost one of those meant to be moments because I was seriously weighing up buying it, but obviously a little bit hesitant because of the price. And then I had an opportunity to work with Farfetch, and the payment was the voucher, and that made this bag a lot more affordable for me. So that was one of those occasions I really felt like it was meant to be. The colour of this bag makes it so practical for numerous seasons. Obviously it works great during the festive season because it is metallic, but I think because it is so neutral, it's like a goldy pewter colour, it just looks beautiful with so many outfits. I always take this on holiday with me as well. I wear it over the body, and it's great for fitting in camera, a little bit of sun cream maybe, sunglasses, and I love wearing it over the body, and you can just relax knowing that it's safe and you've still got your hands free. So this is a gorgeous one, and yeah, I get tons of use out of this one as well. Then these are the really recent ones now. You'll probably recognise all of these. Firstly, we have my little Gucci, I think this is called the Marmont, I probably should know this. I think it's a Marmont design, but I chose the beautiful chevron design. I thought it was really striking, and this was just as small crossbody bags were really starting to come into fashion. I wear this so much, I get tons of use out of this. It's a great size, it fits everything that I need for an everyday essential. I wore this up recently in the Lake District. I wore it like over my waterproof, not when it was raining obviously, I don't want to treat it that badly. But because of the chevron, it's so striking and it's just incredibly comfortable to wear. It goes with so many outfits. Yeah, love this and have no regrets with purchasing this. It was expensive, but once again I did actually work with Net-a-Porter, so I had a voucher that I could put towards the cost of this bag. I want to mention those pointers because I feel like it would be almost dishonest of me to go through my designer handbag collection and not tell you if I was gifted one or if I had a voucher towards it. A lot of bloggers do get vouchers and do get gifted and they don't declare it, and I think that's a little bit like, you know, I think I'd rather just be honest with you guys because that's how I can afford these bags. This one I bought all by myself, no gifting, no vouchers, no discount codes. This is a YSL bag that I treated myself to after Christmas. I think that I just was looking back and reflecting at my year, and this was almost like a well done present, I guess. I worked super duper hard last year and wanted to treat myself. Been wanting this bag for a long time, so I decided to splash out. It's the most beautiful colour, it's a very me colour. I feel like it's a very me bag in general. Once again, it can be worn over the body, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this a lot more in the summer months. I got this from Net-a-Porter, and it's this beautiful spongy but pebbly leather, so it's very resistant to any scratches. Hopefully it won't get any dark marks. If I do wear it with denim jeans, I'll be very careful because I do not want to get any colour transfer on this one, which you are at risk of with pale coloured bags sometimes. And finally, last but not least, my most recent addition to my bag collection. Actually no, I've just realised there's one more. Okay, so this is still the most recent addition to my bag collection. This is my YSL blogger bag. I did an unboxing video for this very, very recently, so I'll leave that linked down below. It is very annoying that it doesn't fit my phone in. I have an iPhone 7 Plus, but I still have worn it a lot since I got it. It's so cute and it gets tons and tons of compliments, and it is very photogenic. And I nearly forgot to show you this, of course. This is currently my everyday handbag. This is my Saint Laurent. I keep wanting to call it the Sac de Jour, but I don't think that's what it's called. I'll leave the correct name on the screen now. This is a big YSL bucket bag, incredibly practical. It fits so much in. It's got all my daily shizzle in there at the moment. It really easily fits my laptop, even my big camera. I use this as my travel bag, as my hand luggage, my everyday handbag, a travel handbag, just so many things. So once again, really glad I got this one. So that's it, those are all of my designer handbags. I guess you probably noticed a running trend through all of those and all of my explanations, every single one. I'm so glad I decided to splurge on that one. I feel like I've not made any mistakes with these handbags. I really like to think very long and hard about a designer purchase before I actually part with my money, because obviously they are not cheap at all, so I want to make sure that I'm really getting things that I'm going to wear over and over again. Each of these bags is so true to my personal style and really fits in well with my wardrobe, so I do feel like I've got good price per wear out of all of my purchases. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed looking through my designer handbag collection. Let me know if you'd like any other videos along these kind of lines. If you'd like to see more fashion videos from me, I'll leave my fashion playlist link down below. You'll find hauls, you'll find unboxings, you'll find lookbooks, so many lovely things, so definitely check that out. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also leave me a comment with what designer bag you are lusting over at the moment. I think for me it would have to be, I think it's called the Matisse from Louis Vuitton. It's a beautiful pink handbag. I know I don't need any more pink handbags. I'm allowed to lust. So yeah, that's probably what I'm lusting over. So let me know what you guys are lusting over in the comment section below, because I'd love to know what bags are on your wish list. So that's all from me. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.